Camille, Riven. So I'm guessing they're gonna run Fiora. I'm not so sure. Or Aurelia again.
I'd love
Could be a
like
possibility.
yeah, like a Xin Zhao or like a Pantheon, anything that can really,
Yeah.
like, really get in there and start the fight. And I think the J4 is a fantastic pick as well, right? You locked them in place with the Cataclysm, the Hero's Entrance afterwards, you're just locked inside that little arena, a lot of damage to follow. A huge mage pickup could be quite nice, but not necessary. The Lucian too, I mean, that's looking like a top lane Lucian if I've ever seen it.
I would prefer him to play as a Lucian mid, actually. Because, like, I don't know. Lucian top is more of a volatile champion to play. If you made a single mistake, you're done. Like, for the entire game. So it's more partnership. And I do like the fact that you point out the Jarvan. Because when Jarvan engaged with the Cataclysm and Senna follow up with a Dawning Light of Shadow.
Yeah, Dawning Shadow, yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good way to start a team fight.
Yeah, just so much damage, so much burst, and very hard to escape from, right? You combine that with the Lucian, the culling as well. Oh, the Mundo!
Whoa.
This will be exciting. I'm pretty sure this is the first one we've actually had of the entire Sea Champs, both play-ins and groups.
Yeah, the Mundo. The Mundo is actually a bruiser. It's not like a real tank, like everyone knows. Like, he deals a lot of damage.
Well, this
He's
is
a sponge.
interesting. This looks like an entirely different game from the first one, both on the side of one team and on the side of a Team Secret. You know, the final picks coming in from one team. That was the Lux and a Sona. We saw that a little earlier. Not too much success, if I remember correctly. Was it MVP?
Oh, wait, no, this was against Vayne, wasn't it? Right? And they completely shut it down? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Super annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I think that one team, though, they do have some plan in place for this, so it's going to be really exciting to see how they're going to fare up against Team Secret, especially since Team Secret did run that Sona once upon a time in the summer season. We're going to find out how Game 2 goes. One team versus Team Secret. Casters, over to you guys.
We will indeed find out what happens in this game, as once again, we're jumping to a different type of draft that we've seen in the past days here, Omo.
It is it's a lot to unpack here, right, Infinity? We're gonna see some very interesting team comps from both of these teams. I really like what one team is running. This is something we saw earlier today as well, right? The Sona Lux. Why did I pick it here? Because you get the free scale against a Senna lane. So the Senna lane is gonna get a lot of scaling. The Sona Lux are gonna scale like crazy too. And I think that that's the name of the game here for these teams, for these players. And what do we see that's a little bit interesting here? If you pay attention to your minimap, look where Chewie is. It's gonna be creeping.
Yeah, he is on top side, just chilling up on that lane. And I think this is what they want. Switch on lanes once again. I think what Azar wants to do here is to not let Kid scale out, because in game number 1, we saw how Kid got the first blood, got that early scale, which dominated the rest of the game.
Oh, this is just too funny. It's a dual lane Darius Sona up against a dual lane Senamundo. Something I thought I would never say, and we're getting a solo lane Kelio Lux matchup. Exhaust already used from Siu, so I think the Lux is losing out on that one for sure. Look at the poke coming in from Mundo Senna. Now, there is a bit of attack with the new Dr. Mundo when he does get updated, where he does play as a support and he has a lot of poke. This is not quite the same version of Mundo, but he still has the cleavers he can fling out. And look at the healing. Look at the shielding coming in from Ninja 7 up against the healing from Chewie. It's a bit of an arms race here, and it looks like both junglers want to make their way up top.
Yeah, I mean, they want to pressure on top side because you have that early pressure in that you can give Jarvan 4 actually strong at level 3, which they can utilize, which they are doing right now. But one team actually looks to go for the contest here. Actually, they dive in. Xiao Yo is very low on HP. That's getting your first blood for Team Secret as they take one more out of that. And now they're crashing down on top side. The Tsuri just jumps in. That's going to be an extra kill. Kid would be next, but they disengage. But Team Secret got 3-0.
Now, Infinity, that was already infinitely more kills than Team Secret got in the last game, so it's off to a great start here for them. Hamas in a bit of trouble, but I think... Ooh, boy. Alright, he gets out fine. No biggie there, but Team Secret off to a good start. And what do we see? What do we say, right? We want to see these teams play a bit more aggressive. That's exactly what Team Secret do. Look at the Gargoyle Stone Plate already from Azal. Before he has anything else, he picks that one up. He's going to be a beefy boy, and I love what we're seeing from Tatsuri and Chewy. Grab the Executioner Callings, and no flash for Lux. Trevor? That was really bad from him. He pathed the wrong way. He should have just pathed to the far end and know that no matter where Lux runs, he will catch him. That was very iffy. I think that's a pretty bad play there from Trevor. And Sue will just get away.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. I think that was a good opportunity for Trevor to be able to lock down onto Seo. Yeah, because no flash, no way into return, no mana as well for Lux a while ago. But so far, I think it's all about pressure that Team Secret wants to do. I think they're doing a parallel strategy that one team did in game number 1. Let's go for an aggression, but we need to control it. We do not need to give more kills for one team because currently we're in the lead here.
Indeed, they are in the lead. They're gonna be happy with how things are progressing. And I mean, if you look at how things are going across the board, right? I feel like Darius is gonna get hurt by this dual lane setup a little bit more. Yeah, these gank attempts are just so odd. I don't know how Lux is just walking away from the Galio Jarvan, but I'll close my eyes about it. Whatever, that's happening. The main thing is, I think that Darius loses a lot more as Chewy gets hurt. Okay.
Yeah, that was close. Apprehend followed with the guillotine. If there was a tad bit more attack damage coming from Darius, it could have been over for Chewy in that aspect, in that fight. But however, one team would not be able to get that kill down. They're just going for the reset because right now, Mountain Dragon Rift Herald is now alive.
Yeah, this is the timing window, right? We always talk about the 3:30 to 4-minute timing window. How do the teams set up? How do we approach these fights? Galio's happy in the bot lane because he has the global to join the fights. Senna's gonna move into the mid lane. Now the Senna, Lucian. I guess this is also a Lover's bot lane in a way. It's just a bit of a different one. They're gonna be getting mid prio here, gonna be shoving that one out. Executioner callings across the board. It's gonna be very effective and necessary against the Sona by Ninja. But the main thing to point out is because they went for these executioners, it delays their power spikes a lot. Look at the Luden's Echo from Baya, while Tatsuri does not have a completed item yet. And that means it's just going to be a trade here for Team Secret. Kit, though, in a bit of a sticky situation. Okay, put the belts away.
It's a parallel trade here for both teams. One team went for the Mountain Dragon. Team Secret went in for the Rift Herald. However, I do think Team Secret can utilize the Rift Herald to be able to scale much more and get much more lead up against One Team Esports because currently there's no one who has taken the tower for his blood as of yet. Well, one team pressures in bot lane, Team Secret pressures in top lane.
And we're seeing the exact same thing we saw in the last game here, Infinity. We're just going to see a trading of sides, no Herald being committed by Team Secret, but one team, they will get it that much faster. It's a very rough game for a Galio to be playing against an Olaf Ari, right? Because he can't really walk up. Ragnarok just counters your whole kit, and he will just run you down. So Hamas they're having to respect means that he will lose the turret first, and this is going to be, I think, things going a little bit back to normal as we see the lane states shape up on these resets.
Yeah, very commendable plays coming from one team. Yes, they did not get any kills from, the duration of 3 minutes from the last fight that we saw, but they equalized the gold. Only a difference of 1.3k, and that, I think, itself is actually quite huge because a while ago, it was a 2k gold difference against Team Secret. And when it comes to those gold accumulation, one team needs to be on par because they have Olaf, they have Lux, they have Sona. They need to have that skill potential. They need to have that items to be unmatched up against Team Secret.
Oh boy. Oh no. Baya walks in and steals that one away. Gonna be a bit sad there. Hamas is a pretty tanky Galio though, but yeah, I like that you brought up the point about scaling, right? And I think that's something that's very important for us to consider. Now keep in mind, one team, they have double Juggernauts, they have the Olaf Darius. They're gonna want to run into you while the Lux buffs them, shields them, Sona heals them, you know, and all that jazz going on. That's kind of what they want to do. The problem is, if you get into the later stages of the game, you don't really have a late game hard carry. I would say that's basically Sona. Like Sona is your hardest carry in the late game. That's one option, but keep in mind that Team Secret, they have a lot of damage as the game progresses. Tatsuri's on Lucian, Chewy's on Senna. They will do a lot of damage as the Senna scales, especially infinitely. So that's something important to keep in mind. Kid.
One team actually dives in, they want to engage, you want to fight this, but You have the flash coming from Hammond to go back away. Heroes enters to follow through. Zone away
could be
the
big.
enemy team. Trevor goes back away with a flag and drag. No kills for one team. And Team Secret tries to rush in. Now the charm will connect onto the
Oh,
three,
boy.
forced to back away. But Azar, very low on HP. But Guillotine will not be able to get any out of that. They lost it. And now one team still
Infinity.
remaining at 0 kills.
I hate these team comps. I hate Senna. I hate Sona. They just, no one dies.
Unlimited HP,
Oh, well,
unlimited
unless-
power. But now, one team, you know what? As soon as you stated that, they get a
Yeah.
kill.
Yeah, that's a bit of a Costas curse going on, but look at Trevor. He just says, you know what? You guys are noobs. I don't need my team. I'm going to raise this turret down here. Baya's going to come to pick this one up, so it just will be one singular turret for Team Secret. It gives them back a little bit of gold. They are close to a 2,000 gold lead. Can't help but feel like there would have been a better use of the Herald than that, but still, we'll see what they want to do next on the map, right? I think something that I think could have been optimized a little bit better is maybe Trevor is the one to buy the Executioner's Calling. Instead, leave Tatsuri to complete his items because he's your primary carry and you need him to be doing damage, something that was lacking a little bit in the last game. With that said though, keep in mind it's really hard for a Lucian to do DPS into a team comp. Like one teams, they have so much pick, so much CC. If you walk the wrong way, they're just gonna chain stun you. So there's a lot to keep in mind here. Both of these team comps have a lot of goods, but they also have certain risk involved.
Yeah, it's a pros and cons that you need to balance,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There are pros that can give you a huge lead, but once it's not checked onto the task list, you're just gonna have that huge disadvantage. And for now, it's currently I think is pretty even. There's not
Yeah.
a clear winner as of now because one team, even if they're falling down behind, they're catching up on gold. But I think this changes things up. How Team Secret goes for the 3-man roam bot lane, but
Yeah.
will not get the kill.
Yeah, I'm pretty underwhelmed by Trevor here. This man has not hit a flag and drag, I think, the entire game pretty much. Here we go.
Look at the proto build, goes for the hook onto Tatsuri. Heroes entrance, zone away the
There
enemy
we
team, goes for the
go.
2-man knockup. Huge CC! And Team Secret goes for the engage. Double kill for Tatsuri. And the Infernal Dragon is open for them to take.
It is indeed. This is gonna be a free dragon here for Trevor because Cienio's dead, so no smite available. And that's gonna be exactly the kind of team fight that we were looking for. We always talk about Camille Galio, but back to the old school, right? Don't forget what the tradition has always been. Jarvan Galio is what it used to be. And Jarvan Galio is so good against the beefy juggernauts here because you just lock them in. If you get on the squishy backline, that's also really good because you get to kill them. So there's a lot of good things about Team Secret Comp that answers what one team is running. So that's really nice to see here.
Yeah, and even if they flash away outside of the Cataclysm, there's not enough time
Yeah.
to react much faster onto the Heroes entrance. So pretty much
Yeah.
Ham it's a free real estate. It's a free agent for Team Secret to utilize onto
Yeah.
the CC chains up against one team to initiate onto those team fights. And for now, I think Team Secret has gotten back on track with the lead that they've gotten from the early game, now brought back in 2K gold lead here at 10 minutes and 30 seconds of this match. But so far for now, Almo, what do you think on what one team needs to do here?
I actually want to go back to the point you made. Keep in mind, if, well, Hamas gets caught.
Up.
There we go.
For then, we
Alright.
have one team goes for the hyper aggression.
Yeah.
You know what? They answered it themselves. When I asked the question,
Indeed.
it looks like one team can hear us after all.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, right, is if you use your flash to get away from the Jarvan Galio combo, that's one less flash to get into the slippery back line of Tatsuri's Lucian and Chewy Senna, who you really need to get on top of. So if you burn the Juggernaut's flash to escape the Jarvan combo, that's also big as we see a 5v5.
Yeah, Azar onto the front line. It's very
Oh, no,
bruised,
Chewy.
very HP, very strong, but Chewy stuck
Chewy.
into the mid lane. Or not mid lane, but middle of that fight as he dies in the hands of one team esports. And now they're pushing in top lane.
They are indeed. It's going to be the top lane turret dropping. I'm not sure what kind of a team fight that was. Hamas wasn't there yet. He's probably telling his team, you know what, go fight. I can Hero's entrance. But Chewy just gets caught. His positioning was a bit lacking. Not having flash on the Senna means it's so easy to get on and kill him. And one team, they find their way back into the game. They find their footing and they've tied up the goal.
Very, very close, right?
Yeah.
With only 1 kill or 2 kills, and then a third in top lane, equalizes the whole game. So very, very close so far on this game number 2. But the Baron Nashor is alive. The Baron Nashor is available to take down. So I think If anyone
no,
takes it from here, I
Tatsumi.
think this will change things up. But Tsuri now stuck onto the top side in the map.
Nowhere to
Uses
go.
up the flash, but the charm will connect with his Spirit Rush to follow through. That's gonna be the kill for one team once again.
A lot of mistakes here coming out from Team Secret. That's so disappointing to see. Even uses the flash from Tatsuri. Sure, he trades Cienyo as well as Baya's flash, but we talked about what Team Secret's comp wants to do. We talked about what was successful for them when they find the 5v5s. This is not quite gonna be it because Jarvan's Flag and Drag is not available, so they will just back off, not even burning Ragnarok. Actually, sorry, he doesn't even have Ragnarok available. And Azar, he's starting to lose the 1v1.
Oh, kid! Oh,
Thank
that
you,
was
boy.
so close.
Clutches it.
Azar with a clutch ulti,
Yeah.
man. That was amazing from
Oh,
Azar, but
man.
here into the mid lane, it's a different story. One team esports now
Ragnarok.
dominating. Ragnarok now forced out to just cancel out the CC chain. Now Team Secret locks
No
in,
flash.
goes for the counter engage. No flash, as you stated.
They're doing no
The ulti actually
damage.
connects down, but no damage. Heroes Andres with a knock up. Actually gets the kill down for Chewy. And Team Secret
Look at
goes
Kid.
for the
Look at Kid.
1-4-0. But now,
Oh.
Kid into the backside, goes for the Proto Belt in with the apprehend, gets the kill, almost down, but Bayo into the sidelines. The 3 will fall down. That will be the 2-for-2 for both teams.
But look at the health bars on one team. Look at how low they dropped and they still find themselves full health, half health at the end of the fight. That's just the power of the Sona Lux. If you don't get on top of them, if you don't one-shot them, they're just gonna keep healing and shielding and healing and you just can't kill them the entire team fight. These long team fights are always going to be beneficial for one team for 2 reasons. You heal, you shield, you're gonna be tanky, you can't die, and Kid, he's gonna be stacking his bleed passive onto your tanks. When he gets enough, when he's content, when his passive is stacked up, he's gonna flash into your backline and he's gonna one-shot them. And that's the thing you need to keep in mind here. Team Secret, you have to find good executions onto the Sona Lux. You have to make sure that you take them down or you get them out of the fight at the start or it's gonna be difficult.
Ooh, that was close steal from Bio, but as you stated, right, it's Sona. I think what they just also have stated this a while ago, prior to the series, that Sona is a hidden gem. The
it's OP.
heals, the shields are absolutely insane, are absolutely nuts. And one team is showcasing it in this game in particular up against Team Secret, how much sustainability it provides for the team.
Yep. I mean, honestly, Sona is and has always been a broken champion. Her healing, her shielding, it's insanely overpowered. The problem is, Sona dies a lot. It's very easy to kill a Sona in the laning phase especially. That's why there's only certain situations when you can pick it. This time around, they see the Santa Galio and they say, you know what, that's not a lane that can really punish us, and they lock in the Sona Lux. It's scaling for free, it's doing so well. This Lux as well is a carry in its own right, has a bunch of shields to make its teammates tankier too, so a lot of great stuff here going on. It's really showcasing, like you said, Infinity, why this Sona can be OP.
And it's not just this. You have to consider that one team has Darius and Olaf. So pretty much it's going to be unkillable for Team Secret to try and burst them down. And you have Lux to go for Prismatic Barrier. So pretty much stack on stack on stack of shields and sustainability for one team in this game on this specific draft.
Yeah, indeed. And this is going to be one team. They have a lot of good things going for them here. We really need to see Tatsuri start to find some damage. We need to see Chewy start to get some damage off his own. They're worried about the Baron, and that's going to be the center ultimate use. But yeah, the problem that we need to see is we need to see the 2 big DPS dealers really find opportunities to pop certain members on one team, namely the Sona and Lux. And we also need to see the Jarvan Galio combo be used a lot better. That's a flash for Spirit Rush. I don't think that's worth it.
Flash the root, not gonna be able to bring Vaya down. Calling will be forced
man.
away for Sanyo, but Flash
Ooh.
will just save his life. That's gonna be 2 ultimates and also Flash for Chewy. Wasted, burned down for Team Secret.
Yeah, indeed. So much committed there, but they do get Maya as well as Cienyo to flash away. Team Secret, it feels like a bit of desperation. It's starting to feel like they're running out of options, and I do think that that's the case here. They really need to find something. They need to find some picks. They need to find some kills. If that's not happening, they need to find angles to set up 5v5s in the Dragon, in the Baron. That's exactly what we talked about last game. You need to get on the back line of one team. If not, you're never gonna win. But the problem is they can never get lane prio. They can't side lane. They can't outpush mid wave. Team Secret, they're running out of options.
And now Kid, once again, goes for Apprehend onto Azar. Azar locked in. That's gonna be Flash forced away. Now they're coming back. Lux with the ultimate. Gives them a little bit of damage. Not gonna be a whole lot, but one team will still be alive. That's gonna be important. No kills will be done.
Yeah, no kills taken. Azar forced to use everything to get away there, but it's fine because there's no dragon up just yet. He does waste his spells, but it's not going to be game deciding, and I think they're going to flip it right now. This is going to be a 2-man on the Baron.
Yeah, no information for one team on this Baron Nashor, and I think they could punish this. Now, Team Secret though, now on a split man. Ham is now locked in, pinned down. That's going to be sent ultimate, forced away with a shield. The final spark alongside with a Hero's entrance goes for the knockup. One team esports is fighting on a pitch that is not where you want to be against a Jarvan 4 and also a Galio. Now Team Secret now goes for the counter engage, re-engage up against one team as they lost.
Look at Azar.
Now one team esports needs to counter attack, but they can't as Team Secret takes 3.
They do indeed. 3 down. Tatsuri's so low. He's looking for something to heal off of. He doesn't even dare to walk near the Baron because if he gets spat on a single time, he will just die. He will pick up the honey fruit and come back to help his teammates out. And what's the difference here, Infinity? They found Ninja 7. They killed the Sona. The healing stops. The shielding stops. And Team Secret, they find a win. Exactly what they needed. Look at the goal. It's basically dead even. And this is going to be Elder Cloud Dragon. All of these teams recognizing we need to fight for this. Tatsuri has not based yet, so that might be a bit of a problem though.
They are. Baya just here goes for the Foxfire. Will not be able to look for that, but it's very difficult. Almost there. A millisecond away from his death there.
It would have been really bad if his recall got cancelled there, because even if he doesn't die, that's so much tempo in favor of one team. And we talked about Team Secret. The problems that they had prior to this was they could not set up waves because they could not outpush on mid and they could not outpush on sides. Now with Baron, that's not the case anymore, and now they can look for better angles. Ninja 7 has no flash. Seal has no flash. If Jarvan finds them, that's game over.
Yeah, this is a dead game on what they need to do. It's a fight for a win here. The do or die situation for Team Secret and one team on what they need to do. As Elder Dragon now being started up by Team Secret, it's going to be one team looking for a loophole up against Team Secret here, because if they lose the Elder Dragon, this is indeed going to be game over. Xianyo walking away, but too much slow coming in from Azar, putting him down with a CC. Heroes entrance come up, zones them away. That's going to be Elder Dragon at 1.5k, and Team Secret takes it. And now one team is going to lose 2 members, and Team Secret is now fighting 5v3. Azar diving into the turret, diving into that, and they will get the kill. The only one left is going to be Baya up against Team Secret to defend. But take note, they have the Baron Nashor.
Yeah, exactly, Infinity. He has Baron Nashor. They cannot defend against this. Tatsuri dying is a bit unfortunate there, because if he's alive, Team Secret end for sure.
Ooh, look at the taunt.
I still think they end.
Yeah, inhibitor turret into the mid lane, actually falling down already. 20 seconds on the clock for one team esports to be alive for everyone, but Team Secret is gonna force to end this. They're going in, and Baya with a stasis enchant. You can't do damage.